They tried to bury you under sweet words and high expectations, calling you an earth angel, too kind, too pure, too forgiving for this harsh world. They saw your kindness and thought it was weakness, your care as an invitation to take, your light as something safe to dim. They didn't realize that light can burn, blind, or destroy if you stopped holding it back for their sake. They thought they could use you, take everything until you were empty, leaving just a shell of someone who believed in people. But they missed something big. Angels aren't weak, they're warriors, carrying truth and strength, built from every hurt they refused to let define them. You weren't weak, you were patient, a difference they'll never get. Patience is power, like a tiger waiting quietly, or a storm building strength. You watched them, every lie, every trick, every betrayal, not saying a word, letting them think they were in control while you learned who they really were. They thought your silence meant you gave up, but it was a plan. They thought your kindness meant you were easy to fool, but you were just giving them room to mess up. Now they're confused, wondering how the angel became their wake-up call, how you shook their world without raising a voice or breaking a rule. Here's what happened. You came into their lives with real care, love that asked for nothing back, and they couldn't understand it. So, they acted like parasites, testing how much you'd take, pushing until you'd break. And you, kind as ever, kept giving, kept forgiving, hoping they'd choose better. But they didn't. They called your kindness stupidity, used your trust against you, took everything you gave and acted like they deserved it. Then something in you shifted. Not broke, but opened, like light cutting through dark, truth cutting through lies. You didn't yell or fight. You just got quiet. You pulled back your light, stopped explaining yourself to people who wouldn't listen, stopped giving your heart to those who saw it as a target. That silence changed everything. It left their world empty, without you to fix their messes or calm their drama. They realized you weren't the problem. You were the one holding things together, making their darkness bearable. They thought you were fragile. That kindness meant you were soft. That love meant they could control you. But real angels are forces of nature, carrying truth and strength, ready to stand tall when pushed too far. You weren't their savior. You were their mirror, showing them who they really were. And they failed that test, big time. While they thought they were figuring you out, you were learning. Every lie taught you how to spot dishonesty. Every betrayal showed you what loyalty means. Every attempt to dim you proved some people hate light because it shows their flaws. You didn't just walk away, you grew. You went from giving everything to giving nothing to those who waste it, from offering endless chances to knowing some people need to be kept far away. They whisper now, saying you've changed, gone cold. But you're not cold. You're clear, focused, saving your energy for what matters. You didn't get mean. You set boundaries. You didn't get bitter. You got picky. Your light didn't fade. You just stopped sharing it with thieves. They're freaking out because they see what they lost. Not just you, but your ability to see good in them even when they showed their worst. Your forgiveness that gave them room to grow while they tried to pull you down. They see their lives are darker, heavier without you, and they want to blame you, call you the bad guy. But deep down, they know. You didn't give up on them. They gave up on themselves by hurting the one person who truly cared. They had someone who'd walk through fire for them and complained about the smoke. Someone who'd fight for them and stab them in the back. Your heart, big, beautiful, stubborn, kept going, kept hoping, even when it hurt. They tested it, trying to see how much it could take before it turned hard like theirs. But it didn't harden. It got smarter, sharper, able to cut through lies and see through fake apologies. Your good heart didn't turn bad. It got wise, and that wisdom scares people who live by using others. They wonder how someone so kind became so strong, so untouchable. But it's simple. You became what they made you, a survivor who protects their energy, guards their heart, and says no without needing to explain. They broke the part of you that thought everyone deserved endless chances, that staying quiet was noble, that their problems were yours to fix. When that broke, you became someone they can't understand, someone who loves but keeps their distance, cares but won't sink to save those who won't try. You didn't just survive their hurt, you used it. Every pain became a lesson, every lie a way to spot truth, every disrespect a new standard they'll never reach. Their cruelty didn't break you, it built you, showing you what you won't accept and teach. You to read people who hide behind fake smiles. Now they watch from far away, shaken by how you're thriving, glowing, living a life so real it makes theirs look fake. They thought you'd fall apart, beg them to take you back, prove you were weak. But you proved kindness is strength, forgiveness is freedom, and angels are warriors who choose love because they're strong, not naive. You walked through their fire and came out stronger, while they're left burning with regret, knowing they lost something rare because they didn't see its value. You don't need revenge or apologies. You don't need them at all. You keep growing, building a life so true their names fade from your mind. They'll talk about you, claiming they knew you, but they only knew a piece of you, the piece you let them see. You didn't change. You just stopped hiding, stopped shrinking to fit their small ideas, stopped saying sorry for being too much when they were too small to handle you. You were always both, kind like an angel, strong like a warrior. They saw the light but missed the fire, saw the care but not the strength. When an angel stops being soft, picks up their strength, and looks at you with eyes that see your flaws, you learn what real power is, being whole, needing no one, loving but knowing when to walk away. You're not their angel anymore. You're your own warrior, choosing who's worth your energy, ignoring those who don't grow, and shining without dimming for anyone. They tried to break you, but you're still here, standing tall, while they're left picking up the pieces, trying to figure out what went wrong. The truth is simple. You were good. They were broken. And instead of learning from you, they tried to break you too. When you didn't, they saw what happens when you push an angel too far. Not a monster, but someone who sees you clearly and walks away without a word, leaving only silence. Your good heart didn't break them. It showed them who they are, and that truth is what they can't escape. You're free now, living a life they can't touch, and that's the ending you deserve, not revenge, just the quiet victory of being you. You're free now, living a life they can't touch, and that's the ending you deserve, not revenge, just the quiet victory of being you. While they're stuck replaying their mistakes, grasping at excuses to justify their actions, you're moving forward, building a world that reflects your truth. Every step you take is a testament to your resilience, proof that their attempts to break you only forged you stronger. You've turned their chaos into your clarity, their betrayal into your boundaries, their lies into your liberation. They'll never understand how you rose from their ashes, how you crafted joy from their wreckage, because they're still trapped in the small, shadowed corners of their own making. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, creating connections with people who value your light, who meet your kindness with respect, who see your strength and don't flinch. Your life is a garden now, blooming with purpose, where every seed was watered by the lessons they forced you to learn. They'll hear about you, through whispers, through stories, through the glow of your name in circles they'll never enter. And each mention will sting, a reminder of the treasure they fumbled, the chance they squandered. You don't look back, not out of anger, but because your future is too bright to be clouded by their past. You've become a force they can't comprehend, a soul so whole it needs no validation, a heart so wise it chooses who to hold close and who to let fade. as they huddle in their self-made prisons, replaying conversations they botched, rewriting history to soothe their egos. You're out there living a masterpiece in motion. Each day, you add new colors to your canvas, strokes of joy, courage, and authenticity they'll never witness. You've found your rhythm, no longer tripped up by their off-key attempts to pull you back into their chaos. Your world is now filled with people who show up for you the way you always did for them, honestly, fully, without hidden motives. These are the ones who deserve your time, your laughter, your unguarded heart, who see both the angel and the warrior in you and honor both. Your life isn't their stage anymore. It's a sanctuary where you nurture peace, growth, and love that feels like coming home. Every choice you make, every boundary you set, every dream you chase, every moment you choose yourself, is a quiet rebellion against the version of you they tried to cage. You've built a fortress of self-respect, not to block others out, but to ensure only those who value your trust can enter. They'll never grasp the weight of the lessons you carry, the scars you've turned into stars, the pain you've spun into power. While they spin tales to cast themselves as heroes, you're writing a legacy that needs no embellishment. Your name will echo in their minds like a song they can't forget, a reminder of what CI could have been if they'd chosen truth over ease, growth over comfort, love over control. They'll catch glimpses of your light in the success you build, the joy you radiate, the way you move through the world with unshakable confidence. It'll haunt them, not because you wish them harm, but because your absence is a mirror they can't dodge, showing their choices in stark relief. You've become the story they tell themselves at night, when their masks slip and they face the truth. They lost someone irreplaceable, not because you walked away, but because they pushed you out. Your freedom is your greatest triumph, a declaration that their limits could never define you. You've learned to love with purpose, to give without losing yourself, to shine without apology. Every morning, you choose to be the person they couldn't handle, someone who grows through pain, finds beauty in brokenness, and builds bridges to better days. They'll spend years dissecting the moment they lost you, picking apart every word, every choice, every missed chance. They'll wonder if one honest moment could have changed it all. But they had countless moments to choose you, to choose better, and they didn't. Now they're left with the echoes of their own decisions, while you build empires from the ruins they left behind. You're loving again, trusting again, opening your heart with a courage they'll never fathom, because you know now that love is about giving to those who honor it, not everyone who demands it. You've set standards they'll never reach, drawn lines they'll never cross, and built a life that's a monument to your growth. They'll hear your name in passing, see your smile in a photo, catch wind of your victories, and it'll hit like a blow they didn't expect. Not because you sought to hurt them, but because your happiness shows what they lost when they tried to break what could have healed them. You're not their angel anymore, but something greater. A warrior who knows her worth, a light that doesn't dim, a heart that loves fiercely, but protects itself just as fiercely. You've become a story they'll never fully grasp, a force they can't control, a truth they can't face. Your life is now a melody they can't hum, a path they can't follow, a dream they can't touch. As you keep rising, shining, building, you leave them further behind, not out of spite, but because you've outgrown their smallness. You're not running from them. You're running toward yourself, toward a future sparkling with possibility, toward a version of you that's stronger, wiser, more radiant than they could ever imagine. Their regret is their burden, not yours. Their loss is their lesson, not your failure. You're unstoppable, a living testament to a soul that refused to be defined by those who couldn't see its worth. And as you soar, they'll watch from below, forever wondering how they let a star slip through their fingers, while you keep shining, lighting up the sky for those who deserve your glow. This is where your story expands into something cosmic, something they'll never touch, but will feel forever. You've become a beacon, not just for yourself, but for anyone who's ever been dimmed by those too weak to handle their light. Your journey is a map for others, showing them how to rise from betrayal, how to turn pain into purpose, how to love without losing themselves. Every laugh you share, every goal you crush, every moment you stand tall is a ripple that reaches far beyond your own life, inspiring those who see you to demand more from themselves and the people around them. You're not just living for you anymore. You're living for every heart that's been trampled, every spirit that's been told it's too much, every soul that's been asked to shrink. Your victory is their hope, your freedom, their proof that no one can hold you down unless you let them. You've turned your wounds into wisdom, your heartbreak into a handbook for resilience, your story into a lighthouse for those lost in the same storms you weathered. They'll never know the full scope of what you've built from their mess. They'll hear fragments, your name in a conversation, your success in a headline, your joy in a stranger's retelling, and it'll twist like a knife, not because you wielded it, but because they did. They'll try to claim pieces of you, saying they knew you when, but their words will ring hollow, because they never truly saw you. They saw a version they could control, a light they could dim, a heart they could exploit. But you were always more. More fire, more strength, more truth than they could handle. Now, you're a universe unto yourself, vast and untouchable, filled with stars they'll never name. You've learned to carry your light with pride, to wield your strength with grace, to love with a fierceness that doesn't compromise your peace. Your days are filled with purpose, your nights with dreams that don't include their shadows. You've built a life that's a testament to your power, a shrine to your resilience, a celebration of your refusal to let their brokenness break you. And as you move forward, you'll keep rewriting what it means to be strong, to be kind, to be whole. You'll keep showing the world that angels don't just fly. They fight, they build, they thrive. Your heart, once a target for their arrows, is now a compass, guiding you to places they'll never see, people they'll never know, heights they'll never reach. You've turned their lessons into stepping stones, their pain into pathways, their rejection into a revolution of self-love. They'll spend their lives chasing shadows of what you gave them, while you're out there creating light, sharing it with those who know its worth. Your story isn't just yours anymore. It's a flame that lights the way for others, a reminder that no one can dim you unless you allow it, that no one can break you unless you stop rebuilding. You're not just free. You're a force, a movement, a living proof that the heart they tried to shatter is the one that reshaped the world around it. And as you keep soaring, they'll fade into the background, mere footnotes in a story that's only just begun, while you write pages filled with courage, love, and a brilliance that will outshine their darkness forever. And now, beloved soul, as you step into this new chapter of your journey, this era of calm confidence and sacred knowing, you do so no longer carrying the echoes of their cruelty, but the harmony of your own healing. The pain that once kept you awake at night has become the rhythm of your awakening, the very pulse of your purpose. You no longer seek validation in places that once rejected your worth. You are the validation, the living proof that grace is not weakness, that forgiveness is not surrender, and that love, real love, always begins within. You've become someone different now, not changed by bitterness, but refined by truth. You move with quiet assurance, because you no longer need to explain your peace to those addicted to chaos. You've learned that not everyone can meet you where you are going, that some were meant to be lessons, not lifetimes, catalysts, not companions. You no longer fear letting go, because you finally understand. Release is not loss, it's alignment. You are not losing people, you are finding yourself. The version of you that tolerated disrespect in the name of compassion has evolved. Now, you stand taller, not because you want to prove anything, but because you remember who you are. You are the lesson they refused to learn, the light they weren't ready to face, the mirror that revealed too much truth for their comfort. Your silence became your sword, your patience became your power, and your boundaries became your crown. The world you are building now reflects your rebirth, a life shaped not by their limitations, but by your liberation. The ones who tried to bury your spirit under guilt and manipulation didn't realize they were planting a seed. And from that soil of sorrow, you've grown into something unshakable, rooted in wisdom, reaching toward the heavens. You've turned every "why me" into "watch me." Every wound became a portal, every heartbreak a passageway to deeper understanding. You didn't just heal, you transcended. Now, as you move forward, your energy speaks before your words ever can. Your presence carries the weight of someone who has been to hell and built a home there, only to rise again covered in light. You're no longer available for people who confuse access with entitlement, attention with affection, or pity with love. You are selective now, not because you're superior, but because you finally see your energy as sacred currency, not to be spent carelessly on those who drain instead of pour. The peace you carry today is the kind that can't be shaken by gossip or distorted by rumors. It's the peace that comes from knowing that you did everything you could with the heart you had, and that was enough. You've forgiven not to excuse, but to be free. You've let go not to forget, but to make space for something divine. And now everything that once felt like a loss looks like protection. Everything that once hurt now glows with purpose. Your journey has become a message to others, still standing in the fire, still trying to make sense of the ashes. You are the reminder that even the softest souls can rebuild empires from ruins, that no betrayal can destroy what is divinely protected, that no darkness can overcome a heart that refuses to stop loving, learning, and rising. You walk in truth now, not the truth others project onto you, but the truth that lives in your bones. The truth that says, you are chosen, you are guided, you are unstoppable. And remember this, you are no longer defined by what broke you. You are defined by what you built after. You are not the pain that was inflicted, but the light that survived it. You are not what they lost. You are what they'll never find again.